Alright guys, good morning. I do have a couple of palettes in front of me that I could use today. I'm gonna be doing my birthday makeup look. It is my 30th birthday today, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready, and yeah, I just thought I would film a get ready with me for my 30th birthday, and also wanted this to also be a kind of like chatty video where I talk about some things with my project pans, a couple of other things, mainly about products that I would not repurchase in my collection, and just going into a little more detail about my no buy and about my plans for 2026 with my no buy. Also guys, as I am actively filming this, it is my 30th birthday. So yeah, happy birthday to me. I am officially 30 years old today, and I am so grateful to be here and to be able to talk about makeup with you guys, and I'm just so grateful for everything that I've accomplished in my life and everything I am going to accomplish, and I just wanted to go ahead and start by saying that. So I went ahead and primed my eyes already, did that off camera as well. I do have the Glam Light Michaela palette right in front of me. Again, this is such a beautiful palette. I kind of want to go into some of these green shades, to be honest with you. My other palette's right below me, so let me see. I have quite a few. And then I also have my Cake palette, which also has some really lovely shades in it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and see where the eyeshadow look takes me, and we're gonna go ahead and get into the products that I refuse to repurchase for my no buy. First shade I'm gonna go in with is going to actually be the shade Key Lime, which is that green at the very bottom of the Glam Light Cake palette. I really want to play with greens today. So as I do my makeup, I'm just gonna go ahead and start talking about the products that I would not repurchase in 2026. And the first product that I would like to talk about, the first product is going to be blush. I purchased the Dior blush in the shade Candy just to try it, and also because it was on sale, and I was just not a fan, guys. It was not bad, like, not that it's a bad product, it's just so overpriced for what it is. Like, people tell you things online and they make it seem like it's the newest, most amazing thing you will ever find, and then when you try it, it's like, why is this so mid? And that's kind of how I feel about the Dior blush. And it was my first like luxury makeup item, so I kind of feel in that way like it really just did not meet my expectations at all. Not that I'm disappointed by it or anything, but I just have to continue to use it and continue to try and play with it in order for me to actually try and love it. I'm trying my best. What is the next go in with? The next shade I'm gonna go in with, I think, is gonna be Loop, which is that green down there, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take that and just try and blend out the shade that I just put down. Sorry if I'm not talking while I'm blending my eyeshadow. Also guys, I might have to break a rule with my no buy because I need some darker greens going on in this mix. I do need some darker greens, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and go grab some darker. And then in the outer corner,
yellow shade in the outer corner to blend some of these other shades together. So I'm just gonna...
that shade Handy, which is just in the Michaela palettes right next to the shade I just used. This brush is so stained, but hopefully this works. And then just gonna take a little bit more blending. Just a little bit more. The goal is to make sure that the top part is nice and blended. Sometimes I feel like I just don't know how to do eyeshadow. Like if this was 4 or 5 years ago, I could bang this look out, no problem. 20 minutes maybe. But now it's like, it's taking me so long. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab one more palette to use with this. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the palette that I wanted to use for this is Melt Gemini, which is another one of my favorites. What is my cat doing back there? Milo! Can y'all see him? He's back there by the window. And then I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and start applying some of these darker greens to the outer corner of my eye. So let me go ahead and get a brush. The first shade I'm gonna go in with is Fire OG, which is this shade right there. And I'm just gonna start darkening this up. And then I'm gonna go ahead and blend. I'm just blending this color out. I feel like I can never see, so that's why my mirror is so close to my eyes. I cannot see shit. Gonna go ahead, just continue to blend these shades out. The next shade I'm gonna go in with is Leo. We're gonna go ahead and add that shade next. And I'm just gonna continue to add some darker shades to the outer edge here. Blending brush. I haven't even decided what color I want to use on my eyelids, honestly. I'm gonna add just a little bit of, let's see, are there any other shades I could go in with? Ooh, okay, wait, the last shade I think I'm gonna go in with is the shade Mama's Fave, which is like that turquoise. I know that this is like a turquoise shade, but I just want to see if this will do something to my look right here. I might try and take this shade Beep Boop, which is that yellow shade up at the top, and just see if I can blend this out just a little bit at the top. We're just gonna go ahead and blend.
I'm just gonna go ahead, continue to blend this out.
Alright, I will be right back, guys, because I'm just going to keep blending this until I feel like the blending is sufficient, so we'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add in just a little bit of the black, which is the shade Hidden in this palette. I'm not going to use the black from Gemini because that one is super dark, and I don't really want it to be super dark. I just kind of want it to darken up the outer edge a little bit. And then do the same thing, just kind of continue to blend this out, y'all. I just realized I'm not even talking that much, but it's kind of hard to talk and blend your eyeshadow at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my cut crease. The way that I do this is I just take a Q-tip and some micellar water and I just do it that way. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick and then we will continue with the eye look. Alright, I'm gonna do this off camera because it's, I guess I could show you guys. I usually just use a concealer. Hold on, let me go grab the concealer real quick. I'll be right back. The color that I use to do my cut creases is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover. And I'm gonna go ahead and just cut my crease real quick with that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in the cut crease. The reason why I like to use this concealer for my cut creases is because it dries down super quick and it dries down really matte, which makes it really, really ideal for doing the cut crease. You know, there is one side of the cut crease done. I'll do the other side and then we'll go. I have my cut crease mapped out. Adding any color to my lids, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out any types of harsh lines in between the cut. I actually think I'm gonna go in with the shade Mochi, which is this shade right here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just blend this out with this. I'm just kind of tapping it in the little middle part right there between the two shades. Okay, I have an idea. I think I'm gonna take that Mochi shade and put it on my entire lid. And I'm just filling in that area with that shade Mochi. It's the same shade that I just used to blend it out. I love these like pukey green shades. They're just so pretty. Okay. And again, do the same thing, guys. Just blend it out. Do. For the lid shade, I think I have some greens. I have these greens in this palette, but I don't really think that they go with this look, so I might go grab a ColourPop Super Shock shadow. And give me 1 second. I pulled out a couple of ColourPop Super Shock shadows to see which one I want to go ahead and put on my look today. The first one is Rooftop Cocktails, which looks like this. It is like this really nice iridescent gift with a ton of glitter. That's option 1. And here's a swatch. It's like this really, really nice topper. It's more of a topper shade. It doesn't really have like a ton of base color. It's called Pressed Juice, and that's what that one looks like. It has like, it just freaking fell out the pan. Can we do better? ColourPop. This is also what the swatch looks like. Another cute topper. This one is the shade Moonwalk. I think this one's also, like, there must be like a thing about ColourPop shadows that they just have to fall out the pan. Moonwalk is definitely the one that has the most of a base color. Give me 1 second and let me decide which one I want to put on top, and we will go ahead and see. I think I'm gonna go in with Pressed Juice. I think that this one is gonna be a nice topper. Very pretty. I honestly forgot I had this shade. It is so gorgeous, isn't it? I totally forgot. Okay, I need to be careful because it seems like all of my ColourPop shadows are just falling out the pan. So, alright. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the eye look and I will be right back. The next product that I refuse to repurchase in 2026 is the Urban Decay setting spray. The Urban Decay setting spray honestly was the setting spray to use for a long time, and for good reason. Honestly, it did work, and it was one of the only things that worked for me in terms of, you know, something that is long lasting, you know, throughout the heat, because I live in Texas and it gets so hot in the summertime. And really what kept me repurchasing the Urban Decay setting spray is the fact that I know that every summer it's gonna get over 100 degrees, and it really is the only thing that works. But I don't want to continue to just repurchase a product just because, you know, I don't know. I hardly even wear a full face of makeup nowadays, so I was like, I just need to stop buying expensive makeup like this if I'm not even gonna be using it pretty much 90% of the year. Like, there's that 10% of the year where I actually use it for a couple months and then I put it away and I don't think about it. And to me, that's not enough to warrant purchasing or repurchasing, even if it's on sale, because I know that it goes on sale pretty often. And every time I look at the Ulta or Sephora sale and I see it on sale, I'm like, I just want to buy it. I want to repurchase it, and I have to tell myself, no dude, like, you don't even need it. You don't need it at all. So, and I'm just going in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow right now. Just doing a little bit of primer, and then I'm gonna do my spray primer. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. I really like the way that this looked last time I wore it. So, trying to like pull down my freaking turtleneck. I feel like The Rock in this sweater. Anyone else remember that meme? Anytime I wear a turtleneck, I think about that meme of The Rock in his turtleneck. Did I say sweater? I meant to say turtleneck. I just love this foundation. It looks so good. Alright, speaking of foundation, another thing that I am also refusing to repurchase in 2026 is probably gonna be foundations. I'm not gonna say that I'm never gonna buy another new foundation, because obviously, I mean, clearly this is literally a new foundation. Constantly bringing in stuff to my collection, especially if I already have multiples in that same category. Like with foundations, I have multiples of foundations already and I don't want to continue to use in. However, I know that there are going to be probably new foundation releases, and I do want to try those out on my channel and give like reviews and stuff. So this is kind of like a tentative like thing. Like, it's probably going to be one of those categories where I allow myself to try a couple a year without, you know, setting too much of a strict goal, but also still, you know, making sure that I'm not bringing in too many, because I do still want to use up the ones that I have. Some of the foundations I have are pretty much strictly like winter foundations. Some are the ones that I use in the summertime, so they really don't get a lot of use outside of those years. This one I feel like is going to be such a good all year round foundation. It just looks so nice. It sits so well on my skin. I know I said this in my last video where I did my first impressions of it, but it is really truly just a beautiful foundation, and it just goes on so nicely. I have like a problem area right here in the middle of my forehead, and it just looks very smooth right there. Concealer, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. This is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I like to do just a little bit under my eyes. Just blend this out. Also, one thing I like about this product is all of the things that I'm putting on top of it just blend seamlessly into it. Sometimes I notice with other foundations, they just kind of sit on top of each other until you go in and actually give it a nice, decent blend. But it's like these products just literally started melting into each other. I mean, like most of the products I'm using today are from e.l.f. Like the foundation, the concealer, primer, powder, but also the bronzer. I mean, this is not a full face of e.l.f. by any means, but almost, I guess. Powder, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and this is just the translucent shade. I'm just gonna go ahead. So the way that I'm gonna do this today is I'm gonna only set like my middle of my forehead and then the under eyes, just so that I don't put any where I'm gonna put my cream bronzer, because I'm wearing a cream bronzer today. So shaking it out. Okay, well, that was probably too much. For bronzer, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my e.l.f. cream bronzer. This is what it looks like. This is in the shade Honey Drip. I really do like this shade, and then I'm gonna use, this is the Putty bronzer brush. It's actually the brush they made for this product. I like to kind of just kind of dip right in and then apply. I'm just tapping the product in. I have 3 cats, and anytime I hear stuff in my house, I'm like, okay, it's the cats getting into stuff. So if you guys hear any background noise, it's the cats getting into stuff. Yeah, I mean, part of the reason I really like this is it just blends out again. Blends out seamlessly. It looks nice. The shade is such a nice shade match for me, and it just looks amazing. I'm just gonna do this also down here. Gonna do the same thing for my nose contour. with Benefit. This is Willa. Again, one of my favorites. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I literally have worn down the logo in the inside of the pan because I just use this so much. It is amazing. We're gonna go ahead and just take this on a powder brush. How are we feeling about the blush? Is the blush giving? I always feel like I have to do more blush because I feel like you have to just, I don't know. I love doing such a heavy blush. I think it looks so cool. Alright. Let me grab my highlighter real quick. My highlighter today, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Fenty Beauty highlighter. This is the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. This is what it looks like. I really enjoy the Fire Crystal shade, so I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and go in with today. When I say that, I don't want to give up on like 2016 makeup. I don't want to give up on 2016 makeup. I just love highlighters so freaking much. I cannot get over how beautiful highlighter is. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and finish my eyes off camera, and then we'll come back and we'll finish the look, and we'll go ahead and finish talking about some more of the things that I'm gonna refuse to buy. I will be right back, guys. Just used a little bit of this green shade called Stunnin' from the Michaela palette and add on to the next thing that I will not be buying. It's gonna be pretty much anything that's on TikTok, anything that people are talking about on TikTok. In the last year, I know that there were so many things that were being talked about, like lip oils, brands, like things that I have heard of but haven't even used, like Rhode. I heard of that brand, have never tried anything. Out of the loop with makeup releases. I really want to start getting into the new makeup releases again, just so I could come on here and talk about them with you guys. As part of my like no buy series, I do want to do like anti-hauls, but yeah, pretty much anything that the girlies are talking about on TikTok, I don't know. I'm not really not any product that I see online that I'm like, oh my gosh, that would add something to my collection, that would be something useful for me, that would give me something that is missing or filling a gap in my collection, so to speak. Because that's really how I think about makeup when I purchase things nowadays, is this filling a gap for me? Is this something, that category that I was lacking, that I'm bringing in and it's going to bring use to my collection? Or is it something that I've wanted for a really long time that I know would get a lot of views? Thinking like this really helps keep me from over consuming and really intentional. To me, the biggest thing that you could do is just be intentional about the things that you consume, the things that you buy, the things that you you know, the things that you are, like the media that you're consuming. Everything is just, everything for me right now is intentional. I'm intentionally surrounding myself with things that support my low buy and support these goals and support my project pan and things like that, to help me, you know, because it is so easy for me to fall back into the overconsumption mindset, because with one purchase, it's like you make one purchase and then it's so easy to snowball into more. And I feel like for me, I really want to be able to hold myself accountable, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing this series, is so that I can continue to hold myself accountable for these things and be able to look back and say, okay, this is how long I've been doing it, this is what I've been doing, this is what I need to work on, things like that. That's part of the reason why I began project panning in the first place. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and try 2 lip combos for this look. The first one is gonna be the nude lip. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Maybelline Lifter Liner in the shade Line Leader. This is the first time I've ever used this lip liner. Make sure my lips are sufficiently ready. I think I might like the darker lip more with this look than the pink lip. For this lip, I did Milani. This is Covet. This is one of my favorite brown lipsticks of all time. I mean, it is so amazing. The pigment, the formula, it is perfection. All right, to finish this look off, I'm just gonna spray some setting spray. Give me 1 second. All right, I definitely like the brown lip way better than the nude lip, and this is the look, guys. I hope that you guys had fun with this video, and yeah, I hope to see you guys really soon, and I will be making a lot more videos kind of like this with anti-hauls, project panning content, get ready with me's, anything like that. So if you guys are interested in that type of content, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye guys. Bye guys.